Here. We saw here, didn't we? And had some biscuits. Had some biscuits and everything.
어머니.
So they were the government's town. And again, anywhere you see a green circle on a building, that's their property. You'll see it right beside the temple. That's their offices. You'll see it there. Most of those bodies, when we set up democratic institutions like the government in 1887, most of those bodies handed their property over to the council. This one, they parade in front of us. So if you were here for Beanie Day or remember it, you'll see the Royal Queen with their magnificent solid silver Queen Anne maces marching in front, in their beautiful green gowns, and you see us trudging along behind them with our kind of 19th century mace and in blue Oxford academic gowns. Yeah. So they were the order of the Queen.